He picked Kenzie.
Baby, he said Kenzie the one who let me hit. So
Oh,
I'm going with
stop.
Kenzie and I love. I'm just kidding. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA Season 8. We are talking about Episode 5, our first Sunday episode and our very first dump of the season. Boo, tomatoes, 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 okay? And just so you guys know, if you are new here or if you're not, we do have a shirt for sale. We got drip for sale, y'all. We have a t-shirt. It's right here on the screen. It says, watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. And if you are here watching this, you probably do. So you might as well get you a t-shirt and at least rep it on the days you watch it. Right. Which is every day.
I know, child. But it's been fun so far. So
yes. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and be in the comments. There was a lot of in the comments last time. We're gonna start where we left off with this Melanie situation. But before we do, it's the last day of this week's sponsor, the Black Girls Journal. This is a self-care and wellness brand owned by yours truly. And we create guided journals with prompts and affirmations organized by mood. And that mood part is the key part. Our collection includes everything from a dating journal to affirmations journal and all of the lovely products that you see on the screen, affirmation candles, affirmation sweatshirts, all that good stuff, all to help you prioritize your peace, because while the Islanders are ignoring red flags, you don't have to be. Link to shop is in the show notes. Okay, let's get into this episode. We start off with the drama with the ladies, Melanie and Bea. And I'm going to say this before we get into it. One of the things, I mentioned it in a comment, one of the things that I did want to say last time, and I just forgot, was that for Melanie, if she had dealt with the how rather than the substance of what Bea had brought to her, I think it would have been a very different posture. I still am on Bea's side with it. It's just, I am. But I think that, that there is room to always be like the how you came at it, I can take full accountability that I did do some, clickety clackety, not girls stuff. But if you could come at me a different way next time with a little bit of a calmer tone, that would be appreciated. But I also think that, I don't know, she just already started down the wrong path. I don't know if anything she said would have been received well, because it's like, you want consideration, give consideration, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I was with Bea when she was like, you can be blunt, but you don't want it to happen to you,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, but they squashed it. I think the conversation overall went well. I thought it was interesting that Melanie immediately leaned into like this conversation about comparison and how you supposed to show up with men. Not saying it wasn't a necessary conversation. I think it was a good conversation. It's always a good conversation, I think, for women to just link up on those types of things, talk about their insecurities, all the things. I just thought it was an interesting placement. And I do think that sometimes when people who are not used to dealing with confrontation in the healthiest way, I think sometimes it's easier to massage things over with like a compliment or like well, this is how I think that you are. You might be a little bit better than me. And I don't think I don't think that what they're saying is like disingenuous. I just think it is like I don't know how to continue this conversation in a mature adult manner. And so it's like I have to bring in this layer of no substance to just make it something that's like at my level a little bit. And I think that's kind of what was going on with Melanie.
I think what I read from that situation is like, I feel like she in her mind thinks, I'm here, y'all are here. And if we're going to have this humble moment and we're like girl to girl, I'm going to try to be like, look, see, you have things that the guys love. You're up here, you know what I mean? And I'm humbling myself sort of to this hierarchy that I normally think of in my head. That's what I think. And I think she felt it was like a look, you're just as, I look up to you, and it's like, but do you though? You know, it's
Yeah.
like, but do you though? I don't know.
I can
I'm
see
still
that
where I
though.
am with Melanie.
I mean, right after that conversation, she went straight to
Sincere.
Caleb. It was
Oh,
like some of the girls, they were a little upset, da, 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 da.
that's what
And so it's like it just throws everything, out the
I.
window. So it's
Yes.
like, girl, this be that shit. Like you lie a
Yes.
girl's girl,
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I do think she has a lot of insecurities or things, some things there. So that those things are driving the show. I don't think she's intentionally trying to be malicious. I don't think she's intentionally trying to do any of the stuff she's doing. I just don't think she is self-aware enough to know what parts of her, what wounds are driving the show. Like she genuinely, I think, wants to be nice and be friends with these girls and be, in a space of sisterhood. I just don't think she's self-aware enough and done enough work to
Mm-hmm.
recognize, and she's young again, but those wounds, they're just running the show.
I think part of it is also just immaturity, like you said, her age. But
Mhm.
I can also see your point of view in terms of like she thinks she's up here, everyone else is down here, and so it's like let me have this humbling moment. I could definitely see that, especially with how she went to Caleb afterwards, because that was
Yeah.
like, girl, come on
He's talking
now,
about Corbin?
I mean, yeah, Corbin. I don't know why I keep saying Caleb, child.
Yeah, he
Corbin.
knew. He knew.
Uh,
We'll get to know his name. Um,
right.
but yeah, let's. Do we want to talk about him, or do we want to quickly talk about her and Sincere? And that.
Yeah, let's talk about her and Sincere, and then we
Yeah.
could go into the whole Corbin of it all. Her and Sincere, I was with him. Like, don't come to me talking about some we in friend mode all of a sudden when shit ain't going your way, baby.
Took it as she was
I
like, I know I fucked up, but I need you to be my friend right now. I'm not asking you to be my man.
yes.
That's what I took it as. I didn't think it was that bad, but he was happy to do it. Okay. He was in there like, oh yeah, no, cry on my shoulder, cry on my shoulder. He was happy to do it. So the fact that he was like, I feel him, but then I'm also kind of like, just eat it up, man. Just eat it up and move forward. Cause obviously she's gonna stay
Yeah.
with you. Like I said yesterday, this her man. It don't matter if there's a better man out there. I don't think she was gonna pick Corbin, even if she was the first one. I think she was gonna pick Sincere the whole time.
Yeah,
This her
definitely.
man.
She was
It
gonna pick
doesn't matter
Sincere.
if Denzel. Look at me. I was showing my age. I was supposed to be like Denzel.
Right. Denzel.
I was gonna say, like, don't matter if Denzel, well, who y'all people, I don't know. But elder millennial out here, I like me a good young Denzel. But anyway, it don't matter who walked in there. She was going to love like him regardless. She just wanted him to give him that chin check, which, he deserved it a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was hoping to get more of that conversation with them though, because I felt like it was still a little chopped up in the version
yeah.
that we had. Because or at least I was expecting him, I guess, to explain a little bit more. Like, I felt like you were trying to test me. I felt like, if the roles were like the way he was talking to the bros, like I was expecting him to go in there and stand on business a little bit. But she apologized. They coupled up. It is what it is. They're gonna have a roller coaster of a summer.
I
can
know
already
that's
see it.
right.
They
Girl.
gonna be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down every single chance they get.
They really are. And I will say this, like her going to him, I'm like, this it's similar to the Kata stuff. She don't know. She just like so focused in her wound, in her moment of need, not even just cognizant of the fact that you're asking someone to put aside what it is that the fuck shit you done did and come there and be there for you. It's like it's just too self-centered. But again, it's the age, it's maturity, it's the wounds that she's got to work through. And she's young enough. What is she, 23? 24?
I think child.
I know everybody.
I know they all young 20s for the most part, except for Bryce.
Yeah. So let's talk about Corbin and his choice. He picked Kenzie.
Baby, he said Kenzie the one who let me hit. So
Oh,
I'm going with Kenzie. Now, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it was
I think Kenzie has a really nice I like Kenzie's personality. I like her bubbly and giddiness.
Yeah.
I can see how that could be very attractive, but he was coming in hot. He thought he was hot shit. He was gonna be able to play that same line on every single girl. I mean, I don't remember what it was like. Can you remind me? Can you remind me? I said, oh boy, you playing a dangerous game. You think these girls not gonna go back and talk to each other?
Yeah, and it's giving player vibes. Like I like that Anaya clocked it. It's given. I mean, I ain't gonna call a man a fuck boy, but it's given that I know what to say and how to say it, and I will try to finesse you. Because he even lied to Kata in that quick moment. It was like a split second. She's like, are you kissing all the girls? And like, first of all, you'd only had, Melanie, I guess, was the first girl you talked to, but you just came from the last girl you kissed. So I feel like technically it's not a lie. Like when he says no, but kind of it is, because you done kissed.
Right. Because if Kata would have said yes. Right. I feel like if Kata would have said yes, and next one he would have tried again, and the next he would have tried again. I think when he got that letdown from Kata, he was like, all right, let me back it up. Let me put my brakes a little bit, because everybody's not going to be in for it. But I was definitely with like the kind of like ick, because it's like, why this girl already said no, why you keep going in? And then when they spoke again, it was like, but you didn't give me that kiss though. It's like, you think you just supposed to get kisses because you asked for them?
I know.
Like, that's not how this works. Like, that is not how this works. It was a little off-putting to me.
I wasn't sure who he was going to pick. He kept saying Kinsey in the diary room. Oh, I'm like Big Brother. He kept saying Kinsey in the confessionals, but you know how they like to play, set us up for the okie doke. So I didn't know if they were just selectively saying who, whatever. And they had pulled a Trinity one where he was talking about like he liked the connection with Trinity. And I could see them, you know what I mean? Especially Miami. I got to see where he's from in Miami. My people from Miami. But I'm trying to figure him out. Like, I'm trying to understand, but right now it's giving like a little bit of player vibes. I'll say anything vibes. But I wonder where he will settle down to. Because I'm like, I'm not sure if he's fully into Kinsey, or if he's just like, okay, she definitely is gonna be a good safe match, and I can explore maybe being with her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my perception of Kinsey is a little skewed in terms of the interest that the men actually have in her, because it has not seemed like it's like consistent. It's like they tell the guys have one conversation, and then the conversation they're having with her is different. Like Sean, for instance, although Sean did end up, we saw him bring up like, you didn't give Zach a part of the performance or whatever. Although I'm sitting here thinking, that's the least of it. Are we talking about squashing the beef? How we get to the dance? But either way, it seems like it's like, I don't know, two different things happening. Gabriel said he was a little off put by some of the cultural differences, and then telling her then she do the splits, and now he all in it.
That's what
like,
Gabriel.
I don't know.
Gabriel is here for that ass. Like when she splits, I'm like, and then she was up here splitting in yoga. I was like, okay, Kinsey, you okay? Like we meditating, and you need to. It's so good for your what did she say?
It's so good for your groin, ladies. Stretch. Although it is good to stretch and to open up them hips, baby. We hold a lot in the hips. This is
child's
true.
pose, because that just look. It's whatever. But I my fear with Kinsey is that she's like Bambi, she doesn't, I don't think, have clarity in being able to peep a man. Because even when she told that shit to Corbin about what Kata said, I felt like, in my view, it felt like when people say don't talk to a manipulator and try to get them to explain, because all they will do is manipulate, because they know the information that so they will manipulate around it and give you more explanation, and you're like, okay. That's what it felt like to me. And so I feel like she's not cognizant of what these guys are capable of, and she's gonna get hurt. Because even with the Sean thing, I was like, Sean is over here really low-key playing her, in my view.
Because I feel like if he had his choice, he would have chose Trinity.
Yeah.
If Trinity was giving him a little bit more energy, he would have definitely leaned that way. But the other thing with Kinsey too, not just like being the whole like just Bambi and like aloof to the red flags and the bullshit, she is again so worried about being chosen. gonna continue to go over her head. It's
Mhm.
not even aloof because like she's ditzy and things might, she just might miss things.
Mhm.
It's literally her intuition is shut down because all she's leaning into is I want somebody to like me, right? Like you're waking up the next day so happy because all of a sudden you have all of these options and you feel like you have this platter to choose from and you're like, woo. But it's like this is still Love Island, baby. And so I feel like she gonna really end up in a bad spot if she keeps leading with that because she's not gonna be like she had her intuition was on day one when she said, oh, so and so, all he commented on was my eyes. And now you like, oh my God, the heart shaped eggs and like
But
all
I
of a sudden because you did this fuckboy shit, I'm leaning more towards Sean
Mhm.
because Sean does all of these things for me. It's like,
Mhm.
girl, why are you even explaining all of this to that man?
Yeah, because then he gonna be like heart shapes, stuff coming right
Yes.
up, no matter whether he's genuine or not. But I think you're onto something with her because even that intuition, it's more about like her intuition may be cued into whether they are like showing signs that they like her. You get what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
cued into nothing else, but whether they're showing signs they like her. And Zach was not showing signs that he liked her. And so that was a red flag for her. Her intuition rose up because she was like, wait up, where is, the compliments and the eyes? Where is all of this that shows me that you like me? So I do think that that's what her vibe is. It's like, I need to see signs that he's choosing me.
Yeah.
And she's not steeping into like her intuition about, does he have good character? Is he like doing this a flirt? Is he doing this to all of them? Is he a freaky man and likes my splits? Like you gotta tap
Right.
into that intuition as a holistic thing and not just be looking for the signs of whether they like you, because them signs of whether they like you or whether they whatever, it could be self-interest on their part. They like you, they like the way you look, they want to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Or they just maybe they think you're easy to rope in and all I gotta do is throw her these compliments and she good. She good. You know how men know how to
Yeah.
handle women. Like, oh, she good.
Right.
I do this for her, she good. And you don't want that. So yeah.
Yeah. And I was actually kind of surprised because what was it? Kata asked her, were you gonna choose Caleb or Sean? And she said I was gonna choose Caleb. And I was confused by that
You
because
keep
I'm
calling that man
like,
Caleb. I was like, in my brain, I'd be like, who is Caleb? Okay.
and you know what? It's Caleb in my notes. That's the problem.
Oh,
Corbin.
Corbin. Okay.
I was surprised that she chose Corbin. I was like, girl, off of a couple of hours, we choosing Corbin?
Yeah.
Like, kind of crazy. I
Yeah.
did think
And
in my mind, did the producers have something to do with that? Like, did they influence that decision a little bit? I don't know.
You talking about him on his side or her side?
On her side. Like, sometimes they have, they little
I mean, she was saying
meetups.
Sean was her top at first. I guess, like,
yeah, but what did Corbin do to come in and shake that up? Because he ain't had no
he was
opportunity
fine,
to
I
eat heart
guess.
shaped eggs.
I know,
He just,
right?
He
He
just
came with that
found a
little
big
fruit
old
platter. I
tree.
was like, I mean, okay, but like, I don't know.
It's that infatuation. It got her. That infatuation got her. And all the girls, he has good conversation. What has he said? I think y'all just like the way his voice sounds.
Yeah, he does.
I have not heard anything. Huh?
No, I say he does have an interesting voice. Like, there is some accent or something that what you spoke about.
Yeah,
something.
It is deep. So I get it. That could feel, soothing and things like that. It could block out the content of the conversation. Because I'm like, y'all doing basic shit. Like, it ain't been nothing for real in this conversation. If anything, I felt like Trinity led the best conversation with him, but that's just because Trinity again got sense.
Yeah, I agree.
She's calm. And she's not she ain't leading with the thirst.
Yeah, and I think Kata also, it felt like there could be a vibe, but I don't think he was trying to work too hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He said, I got something.
To work too hard for it. I don't want to say easy because I don't want to call Kinsey easy, but
yeah,
there's less of a chase over there than with
I think she was just the most open, showing that she was interested. I mean, they all were, but like when that was that one-on-one vibe, I think she was the most open with that. And they say the women who get approached the most, the women who get, in relationship the most, they signal availability. Now, you don't want to be desperate, but they do a little eye contact, do a little like, hey, I'm available,
Yeah, and I was with Kayla when Kayla was like, I ain't that easy, baby. You're not finna kiss me. She said, hell
Yeah.
to the no with
Yeah.
that. And I was like, yes, girl. More
Um,
points for Kayla. She's getting up there. Well, she
yeah.
is up there for me. Yeah. But anything else about Corbin?
Um, no. We'll
No.
see
Okay.
how things
All
unfold.
right. Okay. Well, let's just talk about, I guess, Sean going home. That was surprise. Well,
I blame that man because he seemed like he was interested in Trinity. He ain't work hard enough for it. Like, go home,
he
take care of your
did
kid.
it. He did
Like,
it. Yeah. Yeah. Trinity too. Like Trinity was like, well, it seemed like you into Kinsey vulnerable. Da, 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 da. I'm like, Trinity girl, you can't be in here making decisions based on other people and their connections. You need to be making your own connections, because now you over here with Bryce and all y'all can talk about is whether or not there's a spark every time y'all talk, and then that's the conversation. So at least that's what we see. When she did the recoupling speech, I was like,
I thought she was talking about Sean. She's like, we don't have that many conversations. I was like, you don't have that many conversations with Bryce? Y'all been coupled up since day one. Girl,
right.
what's happening? I don't understand. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of Trinity's decision. But it is what it is. Like, I hope it doesn't come to bite her in the butt. Like, even the way she talks about, like, oh, okay, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I do feel like it's not the height of what she wants, but I feel like she is allowing herself to sink into it. But I don't see that same thing on his side. Like, I don't see him. I don't know. I don't see the Sincere. I don't see the KC, like the way that they seem to be into the women that they're with. He is not giving that. And I'm not saying that he has to be that, like, because they both seem to be not at that level. But it just seems like once somebody who is his type comes in, he is. And these new bombshells
might be his type.
They might be his type, like not trying to say like, oh, he said he like dark features. Like, yeah, what did he say?
He did say he liked dark features. He said he likes brunettes. And to me, that gives dark features.
Well, there's that girl with the short haircut, because I don't know. She looking, I don't know what her race is.
Yes. I saw a TikTok. This is guy. He be like, I forgot what his little tagline is. He's funny though, but he was like, and we don't need no more ambiguous. We don't need no more ambiguous.
They like
bring me an African American bombshell. We don't.
Right.
And I was right there with it. I was like, we got another ambiguous girl coming in the villa. Because I'm not sure what she is. Her haircut is giving, the tone of her voice, all of that is giving a little ethnic. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely gives something.
But what I did want to say about Sean going home, I loved how before they announced he was going home, when he was standing there being vulnerable, he was like, well, it was nice to be able to hear how everyone feels about each other. I thought that was so sweet. I was like, oh, look at Sean. Just finding the silver lining.
I ain't even noticed that. The silver lining is he get to go home and change the diapers. That's the silver lining, okay?
Yes,
you shouldn't even been here. Go home and take care of that baby.
He does need to
Is the baby potty trained? Like 2 years old, some of these babies are not potty trained. Like,
no, for real. We might need to ask him if he'll come on the podcast.
Child, he not gonna come on the podcast. Not the way I've been talking. Okay.
Maybe
but nothing against you, sir. But yeah, I put that on him, and I put that on Trinity also. Like,
because Trinity closed it. I think Trinity shut it down.
Yeah,
she shut it down, and so
that's what I'm about to say. She was being too much of a girl's girl. We talked about what's face not being enough of a girl's girl. She was being too much. Like, I think that there's a way to respectfully say that, hey, because Kinsey float with some options in Kinsey's mind. She's not struggling no more.
Right.
So going over there and say, hey, where are you at? Like, if you want to talk with her and just say, like, I'm feeling, some energy, and I'd like to explore it, and just letting you know. But it's all love at the end of the day, yada yada yada,
Right.
I didn't like that per se. I feel like she could have just, shared that with her, not give up love, but at the same time, I think that baby, people ain't maybe want to vocalize it, but I think that baby kind of is what got Sean stuck on the shelf a little bit much, because he a fine man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's attractive.
Yeah, without that baby, he probably would have been able to move a little bit more, but yeah, we'll see.
The one thing I do want to say about Trinity, this is skipping back to the beginning of the episode with Bea and Melanie. Trinity's point was very well taken, and it gave more
Yeah.
color to like when last episode I was saying that there's a peacemaker part of her personality, and I think
Mhm.
that even what she said, it just gave a nuanced perspective on the fact that
Yeah.
like she's like if you're not that close to someone, how you say
Right.
something, if you're very blunt with it, they may not receive it the same way as if you're close to them. I just feel like Trinity,
Right.
she continues to show wisdom, except with Bryce and except
Yes.
with that baby, being in a mama giving
Yeah.
look, being in the back seat. But I enjoy hearing her, kind of go through her thought process on things. And,
Yeah.
now Anaya, I will say this. When she went to go hug Melanie and stuff like that and tend to Melanie, I will say that it's given to Anaya is probably a little bit more of a people pleaser
Yeah.
just across the board, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, but yeah. But
Yeah.
nobody wants to
Cuz she
like
did
have
it in
an
a few
awkward villa.
she did it in a few times. She did it in a conversation with Melanie, and then when she was talking to Sincere, she kind of made it seem like the vibe
Oh
was
yeah, it was
given like
whoever I'm in
it's
front of.
nothing to worry about and it's all good. And I was kind of like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
Anaya, like you know this would have been crazy the opposite way. So,
yeah.
um,
But I wanted to. It made me
yeah.
think of talking about Anaya. Made me think of Casey's comment to her. I was like, "Go ahead, Casey. It's cute."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the episode. I really like that. I was like, yeah, this is what we need to see. And I was just sitting there thinking, being a black woman, right? Like, we already know we're not going to get the validation from the world. But when you get it from a black man who,
Mhm.
like, is 10 toes down on, like, I love black women and I come from black women,
Mhm.
I'm surrounded by, like, my people, black, like,
Mhm.
it's just nice.
Mhm.
Casey, he went up a few notches in my book
Yeah, he
after
did.
this one.
He
Yeah,
did. And
I enjoyed that conversation, and I'm happy they put it on the screen. Sometimes those are
yeah.
things that we would not have been able to see, but that was
Yeah.
most definitely my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah, and that I mean he gonna have to follow through, bro. Okay, we need to
Yeah,
see
definitely gonna
chocolate all
follow
season.
through.
Okay.
Yes, yes, and
And it's
chocolate, baby,
and
chocolate. No ambiguous, chocolate.
right. And I said this when we were talking about Love Is Blind. UK was it UK? No, this
Yeah,
past season of Love Is Blind. But I really do appreciate when black men date inside their race because like it just shows a sense of like community because there's a lot of shit that black women are dealing with, and a lot of it is based on Eurocentric beauty standards, Western beauty standards, and we are not always touted at the top. And that's shifting throughout time and throughout history, but it ain't shifting fast enough. And so
yeah,
sometimes black women feel left behind. And so when black men say like, okay, no, I am dating a black woman, I'm making a purpose to and intentionally dating black women, it's kind of like bringing in this sense of community, saying like I feel your struggle and I want to be here and be in that space with you because like I went to law school. It was basically 10 black women to every one black man, you know what I'm saying? So when you see these black men who are trying to be upperly mobile and stuff like that, they're intentional about dating black women. It's just a breath of fresh air and it's just nice to see. So yay for
yeah,
him.
absolutely.
I do
Yes,
wonder
yes,
if
yes.
if they're really gonna last the whole season though.
I
But
know.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like if my hesitation is because I don't see them enough or if it's like when I do see them they're not necessarily together or
Kissing,
the
they ain't kissing and
conversation
touching
always
and
seems very
grabbing. I need to
yes. It
see 'em.
always
I mean,
seems
I'm not
very friendship vibe.
Yes,
It do.
yes.
It be giving homegirl, homeboy vibes. And I
Yes.
am starting to wonder like Anaya because she was really attracted to Corbin.
Mhm.
She was gonna choose KC. She said Sean was her second. So I'm like, while he over there telling you the blueprint, what you like, you know?
I know.
Like,
That's why I say,
what do you like, Anaya?
yeah, that's
Because
why
I
I'm
don't
I'm
know.
unclear about it. But at the same time, I
Yeah.
think what Serena and Cordell, I didn't watch that season, but didn't they start off as more on a friendship tip and it grew?
Yeah, they did.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing on Anaya. Dress. Like the dress, amazing. Like she looked
Oh yeah, that was really
amazing in
good.
that dress. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not a dress girl. I'm not like, oh, that's so great. But that one, that she did that, you know.
Yeah, it's so interesting how they point out how, and this is not to like slander Bea whatsoever, but it's so interesting how they've pointed out several times Bea's athleticism, and I'm like, Anaya is, to me, has the very athletic build. Like she has like the symmetry throughout her shape. Like you can also tell she's an athlete. At least to
Yeah,
me,
or she
she
works
looks
out.
like an athlete.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, she
No,
definitely
I
seems like
think
she
she
works
played
out.
basketball or something.
Oh,
Like,
really? Ah,
yeah, I think that was, it
okay. Now
was
that
brought
would make
up like
sense.
through social media, but like she
Okay.
has a very athletic build. To me, that's not to say Bea doesn't, because she does as well. But I'm like, y'all not giving Anaya enough credit over here
Yeah, no,
in the
no, no,
athletic build department.
no.
But the last thing I did want to say about this episode overall was like the recoupling. I was like, this about like the first little recoupling speeches in a while, where it felt like I was watching Love Island for a second. Like, these speeches, so like, he makes me feel this, and the guys are liking this, and they have, everybody got a little analogy. Casey said everything takes time, and time is moving my way. What's his name? Sincere. He talking about something with when you pray
The
through the rain, you got
water,
to
and
be
you got to
prepared for
deal
the
with the
mud and
mud and in the
whatever.
garden.
I
Yeah.
was like, damn.
I mean, yeah, they were cute. I will say that after Corbin picked Kenzie, it was like downhill, because I was like, bruh, like this is, everybody's in the couple and they just gonna stay in their couple. But like, if he had picked somebody and it shook up the dynamic, then we would have saw some shit. And that's what I was thinking might happen. I was thinking that maybe he might pick Kata, and if he picked Kata, then, well, yeah, and then Kenzie was going. It was going to be some mixing, and I mean, Kenzie's the only girl who didn't have anybody, so you know, good for her. But it would have been more drama had he picked someone else. She still was going to get somebody, just period, and it might have been Sean. You know what I mean? But yeah, speaking of Kenzie, also though, she looked really nice tonight as well. I was like,
she did. That dress was really cute on her,
and her hair and her makeup. It just,
her hair, everything was good. Yeah,
it was maybe that tan settled in, because it was like sunburn at first, but now it's like just, you know, it's just the skin just nice, because she looked nice.
Yeah, and then like with these bombshells coming in, I am interested to see what's gonna happen, because Kenzie, she was the only blonde. Now we got another blonde coming in. Gabriel said initially that's his type, so we're gonna see what happens with that.
Cut hair, yes.
Yeah, and then we got the other girl with the short hair. I'm like, for all the ones who's been leaning towards, you know, darker feature side.
Oh yeah.
Are they gonna, you know, lean towards her? And then the guy, I wasn't too about the guy. I'm like, I don't really know if your match is in here, sir.
Maybe Kenzie, to be honest. Like Kenzie may not necessarily leave Corbin for him, but have her eyes open and have chats. And if he's a nice guy, they might hit it off. You know?
Yeah, he did say he has Southern hospitality, and she's from the South, and so they might be able to connect on that. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think the woman I'm most nervous for is Kenzie, because I'm like, she got to find something that feels just a little bit more authentic to me, and then I need Trinity to go ahead and step her cookies up, as she said, and go ahead and find something that she actually like.
Yeah, I hate that Sean is gone for her, but either way, I guess he need to be home, like I said, with the kid, with the baby.
Yeah, but a lot of people are shipping Zach with Trinity. They keep
they keep that. I have seen
where
that.
he looking over at her, and I don't be seeing it. I thought he was looking over at Bryce, so I don't know.
Facts, but yeah, no, I think he wrapped into Kata. Personally, I think he really likes Kata, and then it is funny. Like, I like Kata and Zach, and I think Zach is funnier. Like, the one thing that after the mist wears off from this bombshell is that he's not hitting you with the hee-haw, the jokes. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I need me a funny man.
Yeah, Zach,
I need to laugh, baby. I need to be giggling, okay? And that slow monotone voice, I'm like, baby, after the conversation, like, babe, can you tell a joke? Give me at least a dad joke. Give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something to make this lighthearted.
Yeah, and I only mention that because Zach said, he was like, he's not funny like me. He can't. I'm like, there's a joke right there, okay? Like, this man, I love me a joyful man. And he and funny. it's everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, Zach, he definitely got it. He done told a few little things that had to make me sneak it to the side.
And everything. He's just he's like a big kid a little bit. Like the binoculars thing, like everything is just like lightweight. He throws out jokes, you know. So
Charlie was the same way though, very lighthearted.
Yeah, I don't
They
remember
have
him
that
being
same
funny though.
like lighthearted energy.
He wasn't funny to me though.
Who, Charlie?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I feel like he came in and everything was so serious he probably couldn't. But
I never heard a joke from
But anywho, I think that is all for this episode. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify, share it with a friend, and if you would like to be in our group chat, DM us on Instagram so that we can get you set up and in. And then also make sure you check out the description for that link for our t-shirt that says Watching Love Island like it's our full-time job, and the stuff from Black Girls Journal. And if you have a small business and you would like to be featured through one of these weeks, we have a couple of weeks open. Let us know. Hit us up on Instagram and we can get all those things set up for you. So we will catch you for tomorrow's episode. Bye.